Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have Star Wars, the vintage collection, the best collection, Grand Admiral Thrawn. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and help me to build my channel. Thank you very much and God bless you all. I grew up reading Heirs to the Empire, the Timothy Zahn series, and it was excellent for the time. There was such a long period where there was no new Star Wars material in between, the end of Return of the Jedi to all the way up to the prequels. So, we had seen Luke finally become a Jedi by the end of Return of the Jedi. And then it stops. And you're like, man, this guy reached his full power. Let's see what happens. So we sort of got a taste of that in all the expanded universe, which is now called the Legends universe, which I will never call it that. It's always the expanded universe to me. And there were a lot of great stories. Heir to the Empire, for instance, Dark Force Rising, the marriage of Han and Leia, just all these wonderful characters. Jason and Jaina Solo, Mara Jade, of course, which we still haven't got, and then, of course, Grand Admiral Thrawn. So they're finally, doing this. I mean, they've been doing it with Star Wars Rebels, which is great, and, they've done a decent job. And then we finally got to see him in live action, portrayed by Lars Mikkelsen, who I think he's doing a good job. I think the biggest issue with Ahsoka is just the writing. Thrawn, and this is always the difference between reading the book and watching a movie. For instance, if you read the Harry Potter novels, you're going to get so much more out of them than seeing the movies. And there's like a deep emotional connection that's formed when you read something. And it's the same with the Heir to the Empire books and all the new material. But, in the show, he just doesn't seem as calculating and cruel and just intelligent and like a frightening opponent that he did in the novels. So I hope they amp that up as Ahsoka and this new Star Wars material continues to move forward. I hope the writing gets better, but so far it's just been mediocre. Anyhow, all that to say, I'm very happy to get a new Grand Admiral Thrawn figure with the new articulation and sculpt that they've been doing with the new Imperial uniform and sculpt. So I'm very happy to have this figure. So this is Thrawn, card back from Rebels, and here he is in his animated form, but he looks way better in the live action sculpt. He looks physically fit versus, the criticism Lars Mikkelsen has been getting just for being a little bit out of shape. Here's the back. We get VC 296. We get Grand Admiral Thrawn, Morgan Elsbeth, the Grand Inquisitor. I'm going to do a video on him next. Another Ahsoka Tano figure, Moff Jarrett. Luke Skywalker, Jedi Academy, the best sculpted and articulated Luke we have ever had. Now all they need to do is just give him his full Jedi uniform, and we have the perfect Luke Skywalker figure, in my opinion. Boba Fett in his Tusken gear, and the HK-87 assassin droid. So, decent card. It's just the animated from Rebels. And I already cut the pill, so let's pull him out and get a good look at him. And we can compare and contrast him to one of my favorite Thrawn figures, which is the Thrawn from the Dark Horse comic 2-pack that came with Talon Karrde. And here he is as portrayed in Heir to the Empire, the comic book anyhow. And we'll compare these two figures to see which one we like better. So let's just get a look at his blaster real quick. Nothing special about it. No paint details or anything. Just a general blaster. Plastic. No paint apps, just standard blaster. Nothing really exciting. But what is exciting is that he has a holster, and you could put that in his holster, which sort of connects to his tunic, which I love. I didn't like how the new Imperial figures, they all came with blasters, but they didn't have a holster. They could have included one on the back or something like that. I just would have preferred that. But I don't think their uniforms officially came with a holster anyhow. So let's get a good look at this guy. Let's compare that face sculpt. So it is a really good face sculpt, and you can see the red tint in his irises. Very nice. I can't really say so much that it doesn't really look like Lars Mikkelsen to me that much. I think this is something that, I mean, honestly, it looks more like the animated version. Which isn't bad. It just doesn't really look like Lars Mikkelsen to me that much. But it's a really great looking face, and it's a really great representation of Thrawn, in my opinion. I love the white uniform. I love his Grand Admiral decorations on his chest here. I love that. Let's go with the articulation. Loving that we have a torso articulation that's on a ball joint. Shoulders go up about that high. The elbow articulation is exactly 90 degrees, it looks like. We have the vertical hinges versus the horizontal hinges in the wrists, which are excellent for holding weapons. So it tilts down instead of horizontal like so, where the hinge would be horizontal there. So it's vertical. That's how I like to look at it or describe it. The tunic is nice and soft. So this is a very nice soft piece of plastic, where the original Thrawn figure, this is solid and there's no cut there, so you can't move his legs. So this is a vast improvement. All the articulation on this figure is a vast improvement compared to the original Thrawn. Leg could go all the way up. You could get some really dynamic posing with his legs. Knees go about 90, not quite. We got ankle hinge up and down, and then we got ankle pivot or rocker. So it's great. I mean, everything you would want in terms of articulation at this scale. Let's get a good look at the face again. Very nice. Blue hair. So if we compare it to the original one, and here, this is the 2-pack Thrawn. He has the Salamari, which cancels out the Force. I always thought that was a cool thing, because he was like, how is he going to fight Luke? I love this head sculpt, and I love the red eyes. Like, he looks so fierce and nefarious compared to this one. Even the touch of not having any eyebrows, the lighter skin. I think I prefer this head sculpt better than the new one. And I like the white. This is more of like a cream in his Grand Admiral outfit versus like a really just nice white. So I think I prefer the coloring a little bit better too. This articulation on the new figure blows the old one out of the water. Let's see what else we got here. Let's swap the head and see if we could do that and see what that looks like, just to compare. And it doesn't work. You can put some stickums on there, but even so, the neck would be too long if you wanted to do a head swap. But that's what he looks like. Pop that on there. Well, yeah, Grand Admiral Thrawn. I mean, he's the new baddie. I love how they teamed him up with the Night Sisters, the witches, which gives him some sort of like a force power to like match the Jedis. And he looks great. Highly recommend this figure. I love this character. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and God bless you all. Peace.